What is up?
What is happening?
What's up, Ian? Hurricane Ian.
Look, man, it's definitely a big thing for me to brave the hurricane just so I can be here on the show with you today. So
It's true. Everybody watching, Amer is currently
inside of Hurricane Ian.
Getting kicked right in the satchel by Hurricane Ian.
Yeah, I mean, I can literally hear the winds blowing right now outside of my house.
What's the max wind you think you've had down at your place today?
We've probably maxed out at about 75 miles per hour.
You're just getting warmed up.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying about 9:30-ish. We should be close to like 140, 150.
Oh, no, we lost audio.
Wait,
Ian,
can you hear me?
Oh, we can't now.
You can hear me now? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
I was saying we are expecting around 9:30 to have wind speeds of about 140 to 150.
Dude, that's crazy, man. Well, hey, I'm glad we're doing this now.
Hey, me too, man. I know we're usually going on at 9 o'clock, but it made more sense to go live right now.
Oh, yeah.
I know for sure I have it.
Yeah. We might lose it during the show.
We might. I mean, hopefully we don't, but we might.
We might. Well, anyway, we got some great sponsors for our week 3 for the whole league this year. Last week was a little nuts, so we are very apologetic. I just didn't want Amer to be number one, but now I have to make him number one. So before he is currently in line to take home prizes, great prize package from all of our friends right here on the Dude Network. Sorry, that took way too long. Anyways.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Shot. I needed a couple shots whenever I beat Johnsy 75-72 last week of Cleveland.
I could have used a couple of shots last week in week 2 when I beat who did I beat in week 2 by almost 100 points?
It was Redneck Chef Boudreaux, wasn't it?
That's right. I beat Mr. Redneck Chef Boudreaux by almost 100 points.
That's really rude. It's really rude to bury a sponsor right in the middle of the but what he lacks in fantasy football IQ that 1 week, he makes up for in amazing products based out of Texas. Fish fry, rubs. He's even got beer salt. It's delicious. It's amazing. And then Branch Barbecue. Happy to have them in the mix as well. Super excited for them. Their Fieldhouse mustard is really good. Branch, Branchero, Cherry Peach Barbecue, all absolutely fantastic. It's barbecue. It's ranch. It's Branch. One of these days, someone's going to actually pick up on one of these jingles. High Elevation Domination, a.k.a. Willow Seasonings and Blends. We'll hear about that team today. They're kicking some ass in the league, but they're also kicking ass on the barbecue trail. I was cooking with Tina Cannon, world food champion, on Sunday down at Swift, Carolina, Charlotte, and I let her try some of the Memphis, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's delicious! I would compete with that stuff." And that's coming from a world food champion. So if it's good enough for Tina, it's good enough for you. It's good enough for me. So let's go on that one. And also, not Johnsy. That is Johnsy Milton. We have Evil Genius Beer. Annie Ann's beer, pretzel beer, dude. They're going to send me some Annie Ann's pretzel beer. That's right. It's going to be amazing. Super excited to have them on board. Really big get for us for the Dude Network, man. Now available in Ohio, but out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Very common beer in Eastern Pennsylvania, and now they're in multiple states. So check out and see on evilgeniusbeer.com if they are available close to you. And also, winner gets a nice package from Meat Again Inc. Super excited about this one. Pork, beef, lamb, chicken, whatever you need, they got it. Even turkey. Sausages, same guys making them for like 25 years. Right there in Meat Again up in Massachusetts. So super excited to have them on board as well. Let's get down to the show, man. So, all hail the tax man.
That's right. The main reason why
I'm surprised you didn't bring the crown.
Look, man. Actually, hold on. Hold that thought for a second. Go ahead and talk to people for a little bit.
Why did I have to even say anything? We got a couple comments here. Sebastian. James Robinson and Mike Williams from Mixon. Full PPR. Which side wins? Ooh. I want to go Robinson and Mike Williams on that one, man. Sometimes you got to go with the depth. You got to go with the depth. But yeah, James Robinson can catch him. PPR, Mike Williams, he'll get some catches. Herbert's going to get healthier, so yeah, I think that's 2 for 1 for sure.
What is that?
Look, my main reason why I am here today is to show my complete disdain for the commish for showing his complete disrespect last week by skipping the power rankings. But it's about damn time that you recognize your king.
It's like week 3, and he's crowning himself.
I am the king. I am the king. King Taxman. That's what I'm changing my team name to.
I didn't even want to invite you to the league, and this is why.
Because you know I was this damn good?
No.
Only team in the league to score over 400 points.
Let's look at your. I know we got last year's results too. Don't forget.
Look, let's not worry about last year's results, okay?
Oh,
this is a whole new
why?
year.
So
this is a whole new year, buddy.
If you're so awesome,
last year I was nice. I wanted to let you feel good about your league, but this year I am taking it over, baby. Not only am I the highest scoring team in the league, but everyone else is afraid to score on me.
This is what you make me want to do.
Just like my Miami Dolphins on the ESPN power rankings. Yeah, boys, number 1 right here, buddy.
You're living your best life. Well, other than the whole Ian 140 mile an hour wind power.
Look, not even Hurricane Ian can keep me away from this right now.
What do you want more? The Dude Network Fantasy Crown or a Miami Dolphins playoff appearance?
Dude, we're going to get the play. Not only are we going to get a playoff appearance, not only are we going to get a playoff appearance.
It's an either or, not elaborating.
I'm going to take the Dolphins playoff. I will go over for the rest of the season to get the Dolphins in the playoffs. If that's what it took.
Carlos De Los Santos is with us. Go Fins, go Nombre.
That's right.
Nombre,
Fins up.
There we got Nombre in the tax in the tax rankings this week. It is the tax ranking.
Oh, that's right. It is the damn tax ranking. I think we got him. What do we got him at? Like number
He's
7?
Number 6.
Number 6.
And the only reason I was going to put him over Cleveland Whiskey because they have a more consistent quarterback. But when you lose head-to-head, you can't be ahead of the team that you just lost to.
Not only that, but if you lose head-to-head the week of, kind of makes it even worse.
And as everyone watching here down below, if you're curious.
For those of y'all who don't know, Mr. Dude Network's got some
kids
who are
we're muting.
This is what you call being a live parent right now.
I wish I could put them in the end.
You can definitely tell that we are live right now as you watch Tony dad it up over there, telling his kids to shut the heck up because he doesn't want to hear them. He wants to argue with me instead of hearing me talk about how amazing I am and how great my team is. But while he is muted, I'll go ahead and let you guys know how great my team is. I am the only team
here to tell you that Taxman time has come to a close end.
It'll come to an end at the end of the season when I take home the championship.
You guys, I will say, man, the Taxman's on a roll. The Taxman's on a roll, folks. It has been since he got such slighted. Week 2, he won 167 to 65. 167 was 35. No. High Elevation almost would have had you on total points. Well, could you imagine losing after scoring 163 points? Oh, I'd be so mad.
I mean, it's actually happened to me in the past.
Yeah.
And it killed me when it happened, but it will not happen this week.
Even though you got close last week. Oh, Doobie starts. Doobie makes the Devontae Smith plug and play, and that's a different situation last week.
Yeah, but you know, at the same time, had I put in Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, Same difference. He put up 21 points.
Oh, I thought you would have had like the best team ever since you had the most points ever. So you're always so modest. Someone's trying to get some snacks. They're trying to get snacks.
Yeah, man, this wind is starting to really pick up. My shoulders are starting to really.
Wait, was that Ian?
Yeah, that was Ian.
Damn, dude, this is way better than the TikTok live we did.
Man, I'm telling you, like now that I've got actual reception, you can hear it.
Dude, cheers, man.
Hey.
Cocoa water. What?
No, I got Sprite this time.
Sprite. Mm-hmm. Okay, Sprite and cocoa water. Now you're living.
Yeah, I mean, had we gone live about 40 minutes ago, you would have seen me eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and drinking some milk.
Is that the survival of Ian?
Yeah, I got my survival stuff right now. I actually went out and bought a little, not a grill, but like a little standalone oven type thing, stovetop, with a gas propane gas tank. So if I was to actually,
Ian.
Yeah, if I was to actually lose power, I would have at least been able to continue to cook food.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, like it's kind of scary listening to that in the background.
It actually sounds worse than it actually is.
Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. That is comforting a little bit. I'd like to take a minute to give myself zero credit for my victory last weekend.
Oh God, you do not deserve any credit at all.
No,
for sure.
I scored 75 points and won. I have the third fewest amount of points scored in the entire league, but your boy's 2-1. So let's go.
Your boy got lucky.
Your boy got lucky. Hey, I'm all about arguing. I cannot argue with that at all.
I mean, you didn't. It wasn't even a full 5 points that you won by. Had John Z's team not sucked so bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
And I am throwing shade right now at John Z because his team is pitiful.
And you know what's crazy is it's not his fault because he had like 3 guys going against my one guy, and he only needed to score like 15 points between all 3 of them. And he scored 10. He didn't even get close.
I mean, he's got who's he got on his team? Let me take a look here.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, we actually have real fantasy football questions here. How about that?
All right, let's take a look here.
Alex with the big Netflix symbol. What's up, Alex? How you doing, man? Welcome to the Dude Network. Hope you're subscribed.
Right. Alex, if you've got Debo and Devontae Smith, those are 2 guys you definitely need to be keeping because they're going to be scoring a whole bunch of points, and it gives you the ability to make it. I mean, Dallas Goedert. Oh man, that's
Dallas Goedert, McKenzie, for T. Higgins, and my other wide receiver, for T. Higgins. So you're going to get 2 for 1? I'd get rid of T. Higgins, man.
Yeah, I mean, who do you have at tight end right now? Like that's a big thing. Who do you have at tight end?
I know Cincinnati's going to turn it around, but you're still competing against a good tight end. You got Mixon, you still got Jamar Chase, and you still have the other guy they got. They have a lot of weapons. Basically, what I'm trying to get at, there's a lot of weapons down there. And T. Higgins has already had 1 concussion. I have him in 1 league. He's been very inconsistent. If you can get out of him and get 2 guys that are better, David Njoku's another guy. I'm a big Browns fan here. So Njoku is very inconsistent. He did have his first good game though last week after starting out the first couple little So he might be on the upward trend, but I also don't think without Watson he's going to be a very reliable TE1 option. So I wouldn't put a lot of faith into that one with Njoku. But that's just me. I think he's a killer backup. I think he's a good guy that if he gets hot, you got him. But yeah, I also think you need to move on from it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely think that's a trade that you definitely got to take. If you've got those 2 wide receivers right now, you're pretty solid at wide receiver, and you have the ability to make a trade to get rid of T. Higgins to pick up a tight end, a quality tight end. So I mean, that for me is go for it.
And we have another question on YouTube. We're getting actual questions on the football. Look at this, not barbecue food talk. This is kind of fun. Should I trade Najee for Jeff Wilson and Pittman?
No.
Najee's splitting backs. Najee's splitting reps now. He was the guy last year, and he got in the rhythm. But now that he's splitting reps, he hasn't really been in much of a rhythm this year. So Jeff Wilson, that's an interesting one. Let's take a look and see what
Jeff Wilson. Let's see what his stats were last week.
Jeff Wilson Jr.
He currently has 181 yards. He doesn't have any touchdowns. So, I mean, that's definitely not a good thing in fantasy football. If you're going to be getting a running back, you either want high yardage or you want touchdowns. And after 3 games,
I tell you what,
averaging about 60 yards a game.
Ian keeps killing the vibe, man. He needs to calm it down.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely getting kind of rowdy back there.
Jesus, Ian. Sounds like, dude, I'd be like bumping the night, man. That'd be like wild. All right, so let's see here. Game log for Jeff Wilson. Is he
Jefferson? I mean, he's averaging a nice number of yards per rush. I mean, he's averaging 4.6. Only issue is he's only got 39 attempts.
But the problem,
so he's not getting.
He started out with yards per attempt at 2.4, then 4.7, then 6.3. So the boy's trending. And that was in that defensive slugfest with Denver.
Here's the thing, like, even with that, I mean, he's still averaging, if you were to take it for all 3 games, he's only averaging about 60 yards per game right now, which to me is scary. I mean, is he going to continue to be the number 1 guy for the Niners, or is he going to end up just being another guy in rotation, or what do we got? What's going to happen over there? I mean, it's a lot of stuff you got to really worry about.
Yeah, Jeff Wilson seems to be trending up. And if you're getting Michael Pittman, the problem is the Colts are very unpredictable too. There's a lot of I don't know. Najee, I think, is going to come around, where Jeff Wilson and Pittman, I feel like those are both like, eh.
I feel like once they put Kenny Pickett in.
It depends on your depth situation, too. Okay, he did give the rest of his team. Okay, so he still has Saquon if he trades.
Saquon's definitely good.
You got Cortland Sutton?
Now, when we talk Marquise, are we talking about Hollywood or Hollywood Brown, or who are we talking about?
Yeah, I'm going to guess. I don't know who that is.
I mean,
it's between – the flex is between Gabe Davis, Zeke, Bateman. You got to go with Zeke.
Yeah. Right? I mean, even though Zeke's had his issues, I've always been a big Zeke fan.
But Bateman's in the Ravens offense, and he had an off week last week, and I think that means he'd have a good one this week. Because his first – and it was Marquise Brown, Amer. I tell you what, if I still have Saquon and Najee, and I can get the upsided
is he talking about trading away Najee?
Yeah, Najee for with Wilson. Should I trade Najee for Jeff Wilson and Pittman? If you still got Barkley and you can get 2 other dudes to stack behind Barkley, I can see why you would make that trade. I ain't gonna sit there and say to make that trade.
Honestly, I feel like it's a coin toss with that one in particular. My thing is, I'm thinking once Kenny Pickett gets put in for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Najee's gonna really. I feel like Najee's gonna really take off when he has. Because
I look at this like this though too, man. Who's going to be in the playoffs? Because it might be good now. You got to look at who's still going to be in it. If like Pittsburgh ends up going poo-poo down the stretch, which looks like they're not very good, and they might shut Najee down halfway through the year. But if you have Jeff Wilson on the Niners, who now has Garoppolo, and they're trending upward since the Cardinals are struggling and Hawks are struggling, I think down the stretch, you might want to look and see at the upside that Wilson, he might be playing meaningful football down the stretch, where Najee might just be trying to make it into off season. So you always got to factor that into it as well. But yeah, thanks for all the questions, Vals and Alex. And he says, thanks guys. And I subscribed. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for subscribing to the channel.
Yeah, everybody else on here, please share it with your friends. Ask away your fantasy football questions. We are no means experts, but we will throw our 2 cents with. And so matchups for this week, we'll try to keep this fairly quick because I know we got a hurricane literally, coming through your backyard, literally. And So this week's matchups, I got Redneck Chef Boudreaux. I am projected to win by 6.5 points. He's a 1 2 1/8, and that would put me at 3-1. Which really I can't catch up with a whole lot because even if I'd have to put up some stupid points to catch up on total points scored against you, Branch, or High Elevation. Because if either all three of you would lose and I would win, I would be the one that would be still in fourth place.
Yeah, buddy, you're not going to take my place.
I'm not taking your place this week, but you just wait.
You'll never take my place, buddy.
Oh, I'm going
but
to.
I can tell you right now, the game of the week is going to be my game versus Mr. Auto Draft. He's currently projected to beat me by a little over a point.
Oh yeah, let's see here. What's old Mr. Auto Drafter himself here? Texas-born auto drafter should be his.
I agree. He's over here thinking that just because he won last year means something.
Man, he's carrying 2 defenses too. What is up with people? I ain't mad at that, but I don't understand that one.
Who's he got? He's got Indy.
So he's got DJ. He's got DJ Moore versus Arizona, 9.79. That's going to be a tough one for that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Darren Waller versus Denver. Denver just won 11-10. So
defensive slugfest right there.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. Leonard Fournette versus KC. They may not be running the ball much if Mahomes comes out hot. And then
Mahomes needs to do something after last week.
Derrick Henry's going against the Colts, and the Colts just got like all their defensive guys back, like DeForest Buckner and a couple other guys, but DeForest Buckner was the main one.
Derrick Henry's been going poo-poo lately. I'm not worried about Derrick Henry.
Austin Eckler, Houston, that's actually not good for you. That's not good. Mike Evans he's coming back fresh off that suspension. That might not be good for you too. He might.
No, but here's the thing though. You got to look at what's happening with Tampa. They literally had to migrate down to Miami for their practice. They're gonna be tired. They're dealing with the hurricane just like I am.
Okay,
it's going to affect them. I'm telling you right now, it's going to affect Tampa.
And you're going up against Jalen Hurts, who has just been lights out. But I will say, Jalen Hurts is due for a big fat Dudsker. He's due for a big fat Dudsker. High elevation domination, actually, even at 3-0, is projected to get absolutely crushed by Nombre.
Really?
10 points right now. Yeah, look at this matchup is intense.
God help him if he loses to Nombre.
It really is going to come down to Burrow versus Murray. And Burrow's just begging to get laid up, like just go off.
I'm just saying if he loses to Nombre, I'm gonna be talking some smack.
You better win first before you start talking smack. That's all I want to say.
Look,
so basically, where's the big difference here?
Talking about in my game or whose game?
Oh, okay. You got Jalen Waddle against Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That's like a big. And then the defense. Dallas defense is scheduled to get 8 and Buffalo's 5.6.
Here, let's rewind real quick. Let's
rewind. The defense special teams, between his two, it's going to be like 18 points, where it's only going to be like 13 for high elevation domination on strictly projections.
I want to do something real quick. Let's rewind and talk about Jalen Waddle.
Oh, here we go.
I'm killing it. Oh, my God, he is killing it.
Your unbiased Dolphins fan opinion on Jalen Waddle.
No, this is 100% unbiased. Like, you're going to sit here and be like, oh, well, he's a Dolphins fan, this, and that.
I like how you started to talk about Jalen Waddle and Ian, like, started slamming your shoulders, shut up in there. God.
Currently, he is the only receiver who has more receiving yards than him is Stephon Diggs. And he only has 2 more receiving yards. And I mean,
Stephon Diggs also has about 5 more touchdowns. So, man, we got another question here on the fantasy football.
Let's see it.
Trey S. Evening, gents. Evening, Trey. Full PPR, which means a full point per reception, not a half. Start 2. Michael Thomas, Allen Robinson, Breece Hall, Jerry Jeudy, Singletary, or Boyd. Yeah, Tyler Boyd is the other guy from Cincinnati, by the way. I had a total brain fart. I
like Jeudy.
Jeudy, I do not. And as an inside source from Mile High Elevation.
Who is your source?
At the
Let's
training
hear it.
camp, no, the owner of Willow. He's a big Broncos fan. Went to training camp. He said Jerry Jeudy had a big stone hand, a lot of drop balls this year, and he's been dropping a lot of balls. So don't go with him. And with the way until the Broncos offense figures it out, you can't really put any of their offensive guys in. And I mean, that's how I would do it. I got to make them earn my trust before I'm putting them in there. Man, you got a bunch of guys that are like Singletary. You got to start Singletary. He has just been killing it. He has been a very consistent. He's been a very consistent part of the Bears offense. What little bit has went right has really had something to do with Singletary and Allen Robinson. That's stuck. Michael Thomas is now battling against Chris Olave, so that's tough too, man. Ugh. I'm going to go with Singletary and.
Okay, it's stuck, Dad.
I want to go with Singletary and Boyd.
Will you get this thing off?
I'm going to tell you right now, though.
Or Boyd. Let's go with
Jared Jeudy.
Singletary over Boyd.
The Broncos are due for something big after last week's little defensive slugfest. So, I mean.
Second place is on it, little girl. Second place.
I completely lost my train of thought.
Well, it was on the same question here. Jeudy, Singletary, Boyd, Thomas, A-Rob, Brees Hall.
Yeah, man. I honestly feel like this is who's Denver playing this week. Let me take a look real quick.
Denver is
this week
at Las Vegas.
At Las Vegas. All right, I'm telling you right now, they are going to come out swinging. Russ is not happy, and he is going to make sure that he lights it up. You cannot pay someone $265 million and think nothing's going to happen. He is going to light a fire under his receivers' asses. And if you look at Jared Jeudy, I believe week 1 he had 100-plus yards. So we know he can catch balls.
Jerry Jeudy is due for a really, really big game, and the Broncos' offense is due to really, really, really bang one out, like just to really kill it.
But if you leave Jeudy on your bench and he balls out, I told you so. If you start him and he sucks, it was Mr. Dude Network's fault.
It's fair. My team scored 75 punts last week, but we won, but we scored 75 points. Hey, man, it's getting up here close to a half hour, which is how long these shows go. And, believe it or not, as shoot off the hip as I am, trying to keep it somewhat structured. So good luck to you this weekend.
Thank you. Same to you.
What does the tax man have to do to be victorious here?
It comes down to one thing. The king will remain on top as long as Lamar Jackson does what Lamar Jackson does.
Okay, we got one last question from the crowd. Okay. Lamar trade Swift and Hopkins for Mixon and Metcalf. No.
Yeah, I agree. Don't.
You're going to get Hopkins back here in a week or two. If you hold on to him for this long, don't trade him now. And then you got DeAndre Swift, who's been one of the most consistent running backs in the league. For the
I've got him on my team, and I'm so happy and thankful that I've got him. Yeah, you definitely do not want to get rid of him.
Mixon's going to be good, but Metcalf has no quarterback. Metcalf is going to get in the ball. He's going to have a really hard time being consistent this year. Swift is consistent. Hopkins is definitely going to be consistent here in a week or two when you get him back. Mixon there's so many weapons on the Cincinnati has so many weapons. It's really hard to pick 2 or 3 guys out of the roster every week that's just going to ball. It can be so many guys. So guys are just going to get forgotten about unless you're Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, or Mixon. We're finding out though. The Bengals have been playing from behind, so Mixon hasn't gotten as many opportunities. So, AJ, I personally would not make that trade. But
I definitely agree. And the main reason why I agree is because of DeAndre Swift. You do not want to get rid of him. I'm a big believer in the Detroit Lions this year. I think they're going to do great stuff. If you remember in our draft, I was talking about Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he's doing his thing too.
Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown and DeAndre Swift. The whole Lions offense, people that bought into that low in the draft are getting paid out in such massive dividends right now. And we got another question, Amer. I'm getting all these questions. Should I try to trade my Russell Wilson and Everett for Kyler Murray? Oh, yeah. Everett's going to be a solid tight end, though, man. Doobie got him in our league because Doobie is a big homer. But after watching that dude play, Herbert really likes throwing Gerald Everett the ball. Really likes throwing Gerald Everett the ball. You've got to think that Russell Wilson's going to get better and get the offensive line figured out, because that's what's killing Russell right now is he's got no time to throw the damn ball. His offensive line is not performing at all. Kyler Murray, he got paid. And then like all the stuff came out in the contract, and I feel like there's just so much baggage going into this season. He's like on the chopping block, so Kyler Murray's going to get a new coach halfway through the year. That's really, really, really tough. And then it says, I also got a trade offer for Bateman and Everett for CeeDee Lamb and Jeff Wilson. No, don't take CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I wouldn't do either one.
And he's
honestly,
got Kittle as his tight end number one. Yeah, Kittle's on the playoff team again now that Garoppolo's playing. You're good at tight end. I would not go invest in a whole lot of extra resources in your tight end.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you've got someone solid for that one bye week that he has, that's the main thing. But outside of that, I mean, but honestly, I wouldn't trade.
He could trade his backup tight end and Bateman for CeeDee Lamb and Jeff Wilson.
How long is Dak out for? He's going to be coming back in a couple
weeks. He's only
right?
out for like another 2-3 weeks, so he'll be back. And Jeff Wilson's on again. Same argument. He is on the Niners, so it's a playoff team. He'll get a lot of meaningful reps. But Bateman's got Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson does like throwing the ball to Rashad Bateman. It is a target that Lamar likes to target. That's interesting.
All right, so let's go over each trade. So the first one where it is Russ and can't remember the other person, but for them two
for Kyle Murray.
I wouldn't do that one. I don't think that one's worth it.
Quarterback. Russell and Kyler are the same quarterback. So
yeah, so I mean you're essentially giving up Everett for a even swap. So I definitely don't think that that's a good one. Because I mean, looking at Kyler's numbers right now, he's averaging 260 yards a game. He's got 3 TDs on the year, so he's averaging 1 TD per game. So I mean, and that's not crazy production for you to want to trade for. And yeah, sure, Russ did not do much last week because it was a horrible defensive-driven game, but I'd still keep Russ.
Right. So, and then, yeah, I also got a trade-off for Bateman and Everett for CeeDee Lamb and Jeff Wilson Jr. I just don't see how that makes you dramatically better.
Not for the next couple weeks, but I think once Dak Prescott comes back, CD is going to do more than he's doing right now with Cooper Rush.
Right. I agree. All right. Hey, great questions, everybody. That was awesome to get a bunch of new faces in here to the Dude Network. Again, hope you all have clicked, linked, and subscribed. And it looks like some of you did share with your friends. Super thankful for that. Fantasy Football League for the Dude Network. A lot of fun. Every week we're going to get new people from the league coming on here. Amer would like to have you on again. A little more weeks.
Most definitely. Next time there won't be a hurricane bugging us.
Actually, the hurricane was very awesome. This will all, and what's nice is this goes straight to YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, so people can watch how rude Ian was forever.
Exactly. Look, anybody named Ian. Now, if you're watching, you're named Ian. I'm sorry. But anybody named Ian is a little bitch right now because of this damn hurricane, okay?
I had to swallow my beer before I choked on it. That was funny. Yeah, Ian can suck one. Good luck to you this weekend. Not too much luck. I want you.
Same to you, sir. Hopefully you score more than 75 points.
Ian, keep it down. Just because we said your name doesn't mean you need to get all sad and all that.
Look, just because I called you a bitch doesn't mean nothing, okay?
Yeah. Last question, please. All right, one more. One more. And you better be subscribed to this channel. I'm checking. I can look at that shit. Masshole, the tax man. The king man.
What is happening? King Tax over here, baby. King Tax.
King Tax. King of taxes.
The king's ransom right now.
Nice piano. Yeah. Wave your hand in front of that piano, Amer.
Can you see me? I feel like I froze.
Other way. The other one. The other hand. Ah, there he goes. Yeah. Can't even touch it. All right. Come on.
Yeah, I wish this was my house. All right. Last question. Let's see it.
Anuna, you might have to send a DM on that one, man. All right. We're going to give him a countdown. 5, 4,
3, 2.
Oh, no.
Did you not get it in?
Nope.
Come on. Get that question in.
Save it for next week on Fantasy Football Dude Network Recap Week 4. Oh, he said, what you mean? I don't know. We thought you had another question.
What's the question? Anuna, what's the question?
No. Nope. We appreciate that guy, though. He seems cool. All right, Amer. Hey, you got to go gear up here for Ian, man. Best of luck, man. We're hoping.
Thank you, sir.
For you. Best wishes, all that good stuff. I sent it. Oh, okay. Well, we didn't get it. Or we answered anything that you had. It's a trade. Okay. We went over all the trades that were in there. You're doing good, man. You're doing good. Hey, you got a lot of good things going. Don't overtrade your team. Just because trade sounds good, you start making all these trades, you're left with a bunch of middle tier guys. Make sure you don't trade any of your big guys. So, hey, we appreciate all our sponsors: Evil Genius Beer, Meet Again, Branch, High Elevation, Domination, AKA, and AKA Willow Seasonings, of course. Redneck Chef Boudreaux.
I want to take a second for Redneck Chef and just send out my sincerest condolences for the ass whooping I gave him in week 2 since I didn't get a chance to give it last week. It was a rough week for you with me being you 167.22 to 65.6.
Living in the past 2 weeks ago. Go ahead.
This is what I wanted to get out last week, but somebody decided not to host a power ranking.
Listen, stop blaming shit on Ian. Rooting for the tax man. Give us those credits. That's good shit. All right, everybody. We appreciate you all. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully next Wednesday. What we do, we're hopefully me and everyone and him over here are victorious. Everyone else can suck it and lose, especially the auto drafter.
That's right. They can suck on a rotten egg.